Wedge. Welcome to the Damu Kiwe conversation. Y'all hit that like button. Let me put this up in here for y'all. Welcome to Damu and Kiwe conversation. Hit that like button on your way in. We got the content. Spirit Wonder, what up? Salute. Y'all gonna enjoy it. I hope y'all gonna enjoy this one. Y'all gonna really, well, first of all, you know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody, man. Prayers be to y'all and y'all family. Remember to live every day like it's your last, because you never know when it will be. Love those that you love while you're here. So when you do go, you have no regrets, right? On top of that, we gonna go ahead and get into this one. Take them chucks off at the front door. That means hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? On your way in, show a little bit of respect. Hit that like button. Man, you know what? I got a couple things we're going to talk about before we get into the content. First, we'll start with the intro, because if y'all didn't know, now y'all do know.
I want this shit banging in my headphones. You understand me? Let me hear that beat. You dig? I'm gonna address some shit. Let y'all niggas know the real.
Big
I've been
Mark,
dormant for too long. Hibernating.
Popping dirt. Nigga, all in.
Everybody want it, but do you want to get it? I'm sick of all these niggas bullshitting. I'm sick of all these bitches. I'm sick of how these bitch niggas tripping. And how y'all get these passes to these snitches. Neighborhood crippin'. Dog pound gangsters in the building. I'ma treat these niggas like bitches. Throw them to the wolves and the vultures, the hyenas and my siblings.
Damu Kiwe conversation. The only place you gonna get it is the only place you gonna get Big U.
Damu Kiwe conversations. The only place you gonna get it, the only place you gonna get Big U. Last time we heard, that's all it was about. The Damu Kiwe conversations is the only place. Let me salute to everybody that's on IG. You can go to YouTube or Twitch at ActiveChuckss, right? So there's been a whole lot of campaigning going on, right? They do not want y'all to trust my word. They want to put seeds of doubt in the people's hearts and minds when they hear Duse M speak on something. But man, listen, Lord cut my tongue off the moment I lie. Allah slice my tongue out the moment I lie. Nigga, Duse Sims gonna keep it 100, even though I'm probably the first one done it. You understand? So they saying Duse Sims got fired from Big U. First of all, I wasn't hired. It was just something that naturally progressed. Big U knew that my understanding and comprehension was a lot better than a lot of people. And then he understands my moral compass. He understands that I appreciate him. So let me see what we can do. We gonna go ahead and go up to. Oh, we could just go to my oh shit, I can't check that out. So let me go over here. We gonna go on here. I got some love from the guy from the Big U family, man. Shout out Big U family. And I know they don't usually talk much, and I get that, especially TD. He a real asshole, if y'all don't know. You know what I'm saying? He's a real asshole. But let me see, maybe y'all can see it. Oh, yeah, there it go. So if y'all can't see it, if you ain't ActiveChuckss, let's get back to it. No other person at all speaks for Unc on this internet. The family does not speak or deal with anyone else at all. If you're not ActiveChuckss, no other person at all speak for Unk. Unk being Big U on the internet. So what they're saying right there basically is these other dudes that keep trying to push that narrative, like Big U is dealing with them and talking to them. And I'm talking about the crackhead, stealing ass crackhead Eddie. Crackhead Eddie says no. Crackhead Eddie said I ain't talked to Big U too. Hey, I challenged him $10,000 bet. I ain't heard nothing else back about it. But if y'all want to believe that crackhead, then y'all already want to believe him. Go ahead. The family has spoken, and this nigga TD don't even talk on the internet like that. Y'all ain't heard from TD on the internet since the day CS2 back jumped off that motherfucking stage with Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, man. Now you got Imam, Death of the Clout Chasers, Big Cheeseburger Chuck, the Crip Cop, Wack100. They all saying the same thing. Concerted effort to try to undermine the credibility and validity of my voice. See, when you got a voice, is powerful. But when you got a voice that speaks truth, it's dangerous. It's dangerous to those whose intentions is to deceive, to lie and deceive, because they work for the arch deceiver, the doer of evil, the devil, and those with evil intentions for us. We know who's working with the devil with evil intentions, right? And we're going to get to all of that, but salute to TD, man. Official Tiny Draws. Go follow him on IG if you already don't. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can get that yourself. Duse motherfucking M. What it do, champ? Big E. What it do, King? Salute to you. You know what I'm saying? So today, I'm going to get into a little bit of this because I was really bothered by CS2 Back's defamation in his declaration. CS2 Back's defamation in his declaration. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, hold on. Declaration of Cash M. Jones. You know what I'm saying? So that's rubbed me kind of wrong. And a lot of people that's on the internet is just gullible. Salute to the Don. Fry his ass Friday. Hey, listen, we might have to rename Friday Fry his ass Friday. Chemo checking in from Birmingham. Salute to you, King. You know what I'm saying? We outside early. What up, though? Oh, we outside. I am the funny one, KYE. I talk to dog. Listen, man. So look, let's bring this up, right? So for those who haven't seen this is Cad. We're going to get into a lot of paperwork today. But I want y'all to understand what defamation really is. And then you got Wack100 talking about his role dealing with the gang Blueface is 6ix9ine, right? And then it talks about the documentary, right? And then this is the part that I'm not a subject to this lawsuit. I'm not a plaintiff, and I'm not a defendant. Hit that like button when y'all come in, right? So the fact that he even brought my name up at all, there was a reason he did that, right? And wait, hold on. So there was a reason that he did that. So check this out. So he gets to the part where he says, I have never been charged with a federal crime or indicted federally at any time. we'll get to reading all of this over and all of that for y'all today. I have never conspired with anyone to commit murder. I have never been an informant or confidential source with any federal agency or law enforcement. This is his declaration under the penalty of perjury. His ass might be going to jail. That judge might hold his ass accountable for lying again. So he says that the source and the author of the defamatory statements, the video, as published and disseminated by Worldstar, is a felon, widely known to be biased against and openly hostile towards me. Specifically, the author of the video is Lamonte Sims. Lamonte, a.k.a. Duse M Street, a convicted felon who serves as self-proclaimed CEO of ActiveChuckss Entertainment. Sims has a well-documented pattern of engaging in vexatious litigation and long ago initiated a public campaign of defamation and harassment directed at me. So vexatious litigation. So for those, hit that like button. Y'all exposed back last year in 2024 that he was a CI. That's a fact. I exposed his bitch ass then, and then after that, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna expose him some more today. Because right here, he's lying. So for those who don't know, the legal term for vexatious, right? Let me give y'all the legal term, because legal jargon has different definitions from the common word itself. So legal definition of vexatious, how did he spell that? Vexatious litigation. So is the filing of lawsuits, motions, or other legal actions that are without merit, solely intended to harass, delay, or cause expense to an adversary, or that are brought with the knowledge that there is no legal base or term. So he said, I bring frivolous lawsuits up. Well, we're going to go ahead and close this real quick so we can show y'all what since he want to lie in the documents under declaring under penalty of perjury, you know what I'm saying? I am a felon. He's not lying about that. But why is you even telling him that I'm a felon? My last conviction was in 2013. I have paid my debt to society. On top of that, accepted responsibilities for my actions and got out and became a productive member of society. Yet, you want to hold me accountable for my past and box me in right there? That's cool. That's your choice. But what you ain't going to do, Lamonte, what you not going to do, you know what I'm saying? So, we going to go to ChatGPT and see what they say, the notorious G's, right? Versus Amazon.com. Boom. Let's see what they say, what ChatGPT says about the notorious G's and Amazon.com. Hit that like button, man. Yeah, that rat can't stop telling. It's just in them. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's just go here. I got the thing right. I got the thing right here. Hit the like button. I know y'all might not want to hear this, but trust me, y'all, it's gonna be worth y'all hanging around for this one. It's gonna be good. Let me get off of this, and then we're gonna go right here. Boom. So check this out. Oh, I gotta blow that up for y'all. blow it up like the World Trade bond seller. So look, AI overview. A lawsuit was filed against, he said, I puts up litigation just to drag shit out that is just malicious in intent and don't do it. I only filed 2 lawsuits in my life. Salute Deuce, Detroit's in the building, D-Town. Shout out to the D. So if you go to AI overview and you type in Thug Torius G's, that's my publishing company. I've been registered that publishing company and the CEO of that company since 2003. You don't believe me? They don't even give you these no more, right? Let me see. Y'all might be able to see this. You know what I'm saying? They don't even give you these no more, right? Let me push it over here. ASCAP. 1998, right? This is one of my companies, a sole proprietorship, right? Registered with the music affiliate ASCAP so I could sign artists. I signed myself. Duse Sims, the rapper, is signed to Thug Torius G's. I'm corped up, baby. Being corped up. So when you see, it says ActiveChuckss too. So it say Thug Torius G's, a lawsuit was filed against Amazon.com and other defendants in 2019 by an entity named Thug Torius G's and ActiveChuckss. Case details: Thug Torius G's and ActiveChuckss versus Amazon.com inter alia. There's the case number. There's the jurisdiction. Date filed May 22nd, 2019. The complaint was an intellectual property suit concerning copyright infringement, right? In addition to Amazon, other defendants included GiftCat, Google, which was YouTube, iSlacker.com, and Rock Nation LLC, right? So that's what pops up when you go to the AI overview about who Duse Sims is, right? CEO, right? This is what I do. I wrote a whole curriculum on this. Bro, whack brain level is not like the same as a 1-year-old can maybe speak on these people, think he's smart, is just as dumb. Bro, so I did this Bloody Main 5 salute, bro. I filed that lawsuit from Kern Valley State Prison, New Delano, a level 4 180 penitentiary yard. Y'all not understanding what the fuck I'm talking about. This nigga got the galls to get his red ass up in a declaration of statement in a case I'm not even on, under penalty of perjury, and say that I write vexatious litigation that goes nowhere, right? So we're going to go ahead and go on here real quick, right? We going to go right here real quick. Hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't just finna lie in the court on Duse Sims like I'm just a too big gangster. That's what you was accustomed to running circles around these slow-ass gang members. You don't got to take an aptitude to join the gang. In fact, we took homies that was on Ritalin and Thorazine and all kind of smoke Sherm daily. You know what I'm saying? So when you Google Lamonte Sims versus Amazon Inc., right? And it says, there goes the case number, right? Informer papyrus, right? Without having to pay the fees, right? Oh, here go one of the lawyers right here. Speaking of the thing, hold on. ActiveChuckss Entertainment.
Hi, this is Julia from Aikenstein, we just spoke earlier today about your case.
Yes.
Hi, I'm calling you to let you know that although I did speak with an attorney, unfortunately we will not be able to take your case.
Okay. Well, thank you.
So I decided to give you a call and to let you know as soon as I could, and also thank you so much for considering our law firm.
All right. Well, thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you so much.
So that lawyer's saying that they don't want to take the case for whatever reason. I'm looking for full-time litigation and not no part-time litigation shit. So, because I don't got time to do this shit. But as you can see, I know how to do it. And he said that it was meritless and all of this shit. But that's defamation right there, right? So, one thing for sure, two things for certain, a nigga sue $1 billion company like Google, YouTube, right? $1 billion company from a level 4 yard, right? In pro se, which means you represent yourself. Do you even understand how complicated law is, right? Then how complicated the procedural law is. You can be 100% right and lose on a procedure or technicality, right? Well, the only lawsuit I ever filed was this copyright infringement, and that had to do with Hit Your Brimman. Y'all see this? I can't show y'all how much they paid me because that would be null and void the agreement. Settlement in Sims versus YouTube. AJ Lum Law Group. Lamonte Sims, ActiveChuckss at Gmail. Do y'all understand what the fuck I'm telling y'all? YouTube, Sims, draft settlement, privilege, confidential, AJL, docket, ACE, invoice, 2028-20 PDF, notice of file complaint, the $400 filing fee. I'm resending you my revised settlement agreement that has the fees going to my trust account. I'm also sending you a copy of the court notice of the file complaint showing the $400 filing fee and an invoice for service on YouTube for $89.99 for total expenses $489.99. I had to pay that money to my lawyer for him representing me at the result of a settlement, which means this $1 billion company lost, nigga. They found a way to pay me up under the motherfucking table to settle out. How can you even equate me to something vexatious litigation? How dare you, nigga? How dare you? Wack added 2 new phase he never going to take. Laugh out loud. This man is literally the internet joke. Yeah, he all bad. So we going to get into this video first, and then I'll get into this paperwork. Since Wack is talking about vexatious litigation, nigga, don't you know I specialize in this? I got a curriculum on it. I'm going to play this video, and y'all can check it. If you want to take the curriculum, it's on this page on YouTube, the ActiveChuckss page. If you subscribe to the Student of Life membership, you will have access to this. Other than that, you ain't going to get it. But this one is just a part, which is basically cool for me to show y'all a little bit of some of what you will learn. Let's go. What to do if you can't resolve it and you find yourself out of money while other people are making money off of you, right? I mean, it's the capitalistic way. It's the way of America. You know what I'm saying? But if in this capitalistic society, if you're not capitalizing off of your intellectual property, others will. And even when you are, capitalizing off of it. Others will capitalize off of it. They'll steal your work, your ideas, and you need to protect yourself. I went through a copyright infringement claim. I was incarcerated, level 4, California State Prison. And I had just did this song, man, paid for the studio time, got with Rob Lowe. Shout out Rob Lowe, went to Lancaster, picked up my boy AOB Fingers, and I told him, let's go do a reaction song and called Hit Your Brimman, reacted to Hit Your Rollin', which the notorious Crips Rolling 60s had did. PNC, that's Pac-Man, Newport, and Comrade, which was kind of like our rivals at that time. You know, South Central LA stuff, you know what I'm saying, on some hip-hop time. But we went and we did this song, me and Frank Jones, who I manage. Let's go. Let y'all know about me and this copyright extension. This is what the big old deal is all about.
What section you from? Look like one of them rolling 60s, huh?
Oh, at 63, we have a possible 187.
What? Why? I never hit my rolling. Bitch, I hit my Brimman. Niggas want problems on the set, we could get it. I'm a fruit town menace.
Me in the blue.
With the business.
And the Humvee.
Begins too and big fingers told you niggas, man. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Now all my homies feel it. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Now all my homies feel it now. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Go on and watch me do that. Me and my niggas in the Tudo, Kulak. And niggas don't want none like I'm the one to shoot at. Do that. And I've sent my whole fucking crew back. Now fuck with this Brimman. Fuck with this Brimman. I had your whole house sprayed from the floor to the ceiling. And don't forget to mention, the news will talk the killings. Me and my niggas be going hard for this Brimman. Now fuck you niggas feelings. I'm fingers with the business. I'm Brimman since beginning. I ain't stopping till I finish. I done told you motherfucker, I'm a fruit town menace. And watch me do my dance. Nah, fuck it, hit my Brimman. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Bitch, hit your Brimman like this. Like this. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Never hit my rolling. Bitch, I hit my Brimman. Niggas want problems on the set, we could get it. I'm a fruit town menace. And the deuces with the business. VNs too and Big M told you niggas now. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Now all my homies with it. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Now all my homies feel it.
Bitch, hit your Brimman. Things and Duse Sims in the West Side FHN into the building. Back to the money after 10-year sentence. With the Mac, you want that? Knapsacks get pushed back. You ain't heard the fruits back. M-fly as ever. Louis belt and loafers. Brimman with the red feather. One up, one down. 7 drive of the town. Fruitorious 30s. Beware these 30 rounds will make you dance like Tommy's clown. Crimson the crown. Till you like nut and time. Norman died. Face down. Stay down through the county. You can check my stats. Not a Maury, but went hard in a paint like that. All I stayed is facts. From West Side recruiting. Put them on, take them shooting. 50 to the deuces. It's the hit squad dime. The name is Duse Sims. And if you with the suit whooping, bitch, hit your Brimman.
Never hit my rolling. Bitch, I hit my Brimman. Niggas want problems on the set, we could get it. I'm a fruit town menace. The deuces with the business. VNs too and Lil Nino told you niggas now. Bitch, hit your Brimman. Bitch, hit your Brimman. So that's enough.
Let me
it's
stop
7
this.
minutes
Hold
song.
on. Biggest hit of my career. Bro, what up?
Hey, what up, dude?
Man, we hit you last night. You must have been out. I said, he probably sick. He like, man, we gonna get with him. Probably we'll try again tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, after 6 o'clock, I'm night. But check this out. Does Simon have a normal time around where he calls you or somewhere in general?
Nah, about he calls throughout the day whenever he wants, but usually by about like 6, 7. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so that is around the time. Yeah, because your phone ain't ringing on my line.
Oh, I don't know. That mean that you blocked me. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's not a block.
Hey, I'm just fucking with you.
Hey, I don't even know how to do that.
Hey, nah, but hey, Gotti, look, I'm live. I'm gonna call you back, bro.
Okay, so look, so round about 6 or 7s, I could be looking for you to hit me with the old man.
All right, 1.
Okay.
Corrupt Young Gotti. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to this. So what he say? Hold on, I seen them in there. Oh, they like that beat fire. Y'all didn't know about that? Hold on. Let's see what they talking about. So they say, let's go. That's how it's done, homie. Corped up. Yeah, I got my ass cap in 2003. I still have my ass cap card in my wallet. Hey, bro, they don't even give ass cap cards no more. Shout out to the D. You know what I'm saying? He all bad. FTB 30. Yay area Detroiter. You didn't know about that? Deuce. You know what I'm saying? That thing was 2.2 million views. And everybody tried to use it. Movies, all kind of shit. We'll get to it, but let's play this video. Right. The perfection of dumbed down metaphors. We're not going to talk about the artistic creativity, but what up, the vision and painting y'all just of the gang subculture within South Central Los Angeles from this section, right? The red section, right? The red end. Biggest hit of my career. At that time, I was already getting booked before we recorded this song. Shows with Ty Dolla $ign, Joe Moses, Mucho Dinero, OGE Life. Oh, shout out to High Power Entertainment. So I was already buzzing, and then I didn't even drop that song yet. I think we put it up on YouTube. I had somebody, I didn't know how to put it up on YouTube. I just did 10 years in federal penitentiary. Been out for 2 years. I'm doing my music. I catch another case, right after we shoot the video for this. So me and Fingers are the actual copyright holders. We went and recorded the song. Those 2 verses is what we are the owner, the copyright holders to. That's the original rendition, right? So one of my friends who I had been doing business with, Yardam Music Inc., right? Shout out YDM. Rest in peace to Gladiator Nino, man. He heard the song with me and Fingers. He said, man, that's fire, man. Like, bro, I know the homies from Duse Brim. They want to get on there. Man, I pay for everything I need to do. So I had plugged him up with Ty Dolla $ign to do a song called Face Down, right? And he paid the money. They got Tone Bone on the beat. They did it. So I said, okay. He said, this would be the street banger. And then the radio song would be Face Down. So I said, all right, sound like a plan. Pay for the video shoot, all expenses paid by him. Yardam Music for the video shoot, which he didn't do. Release Ty Dolla $ign, Face Down featuring G Nut. Mind you, Ty Dolla $ign signed to Atlantic 2 months after we recorded that song and got the video done, right? And I can show y'all that video if necessary, but y'all can look it up. Face Down on the Yardam Music Inc. YouTube page. Run it up. So he was supposed to release that also, and then I would get a third for the project, right? 33 and a third on both singles, and we're going to put that out as the first YDM Yardam Music Volume 1, hashtag RNS. Real nigga shit, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to DJ J Bling. Shout out to, was it TA or BA? DA, his partner. Shout out the Money Team, man. They hosted it. Shout out to Trap.LA. Back then they were known as the Hitman West blog. Today they are Trap.LA. You can go on their site, run that up, right? He got a lot of game for you. And when it comes to promotion and radio, he can link you with everywhere you need to go as long as you got a budget. So we do the video. I bring the Hummer. You've seen it. I got the Hummer. That cost me money. The gas cost me money. My clothing, have the Hit Your Brimman, free Booger Brim on the back, free G Telly on the back, right? I paid all of this money, was never compensated. Oh, and the third contingency of our agreement was that he didn't have a publishing company. I've been registered with ASCAP since 2003. So I'm telling him what he needs to do moving forward with this record. Those are the three contingencies. He did 0 of them, right? I didn't know. A couple days after we shoot the video, I get incarcerated for an assault on a female I was dating at the time. I get sentenced to 4 years, 8 months. I talked to him. I'm in the LA County jail with a viral video. Show you how viral that video was. What was the big old fuss about, right? Well, let's start here. You seen that. Now we're going to go to this. Let me share this with y'all. Let me share this with y'all, right? Let's show you, tell y'all the story, and we're going to talk about copyright infringement. So this was the big thing. Y'all see that? No, we're not playing that. Let's go start that back over. 1.4 million.
Bitch, hit your Brimman.
7 years. That's one video.
Into the building, back to the money after 10 years sentence.
So
the Mac, you want that?
You do $1 million organically. I'm in the county jail. I'm talking about dudes coming in to the LA County jail, and they're telling me about this song that my homies got, and it's called Hit Your Brimman. And I'm like, that's me. They're like, man, it's viral right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I'm up in here facing 23 years, right? I ended up getting sentenced 4 years and doubled up under the California 3-strike law, and which meant 8 years in state prison. So at some point, I realized that my royalty checks aren't coming in. I get to the state penitentiary, Kern Valley, first North Kern State Prison. And I'm looking at my royalty statements with ASCAP, and I'm getting like $3, right? I'm like, well, why I'm not getting no money? Kanye West, Yeezy's people. I'm really surprised no one's made a thread about this yet. Kanye West, this is yay. This is a big movement out of LA as far as gangs go. It started with Hit Your Ricky by the Grape Street Crips and Watts. From there, it blew up. There might not be one for every set, but I can't think of any gang car that doesn't have one. There's one for the Gangster Crips, Hit Your Moving, Neighborhood Crips, Hit Your Rolling, Brims, Hit Your Brimming, Bloods, Hit Your Denver. Out of all of them, they released theirs before we released ours. And by the time I took down that video from that YouTube page and filed lawsuit, Hit Your Brimman has surpassed every one of them with 2.2 million views, right? If you know anything about LA, and then it goes into the whole thing. But Kanye West, this is how big it became a movement, right? All the vlogs, everybody is covering it, right? Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Where we at? I'm going to show y'all this. Bear with me, man. Let me turn on some music while we doing this, because I know it gets a little boring and the monotonous and quiet isn't everybody's friend. So we're gonna keep this beat going while I pull this up for y'all, right? Kanye West posted it. Then they're selling it for $9.95 on Amazon under a compilation called Bang That Volume 3, right? With Nipsey Hussle and YG on the cover. This is 2016, man. Hip hop rap. Hit Your Brimman. I didn't authorize this. Duse Sims, that's me. Hit Your Brimman. Bang That Volume 3. Hit Your Brimman. Duse Sims and Fingers. This was after I took down the lawsuit. When I filed the lawsuit, they changed it to Duse Sims and Fingers because I identified myself. I made them take that down. And if we go on that site right now, it won't be up there. So somebody is actually selling my music without my authorization. It wasn't my business partner who we separated from. Bad business because he didn't do nothing he was supposed to do with my record while I was incarcerated. Everything I just taught you guys, I told him he had to do because there's always a chance. I didn't know it was going to be bad, but I positioned myself, that big, but I positioned myself for that, right? He didn't do none of it. So basically malpractice with my intellectual property, so I severed business ties with him after letting him remix my original rendition. Like Dolly Parton made Will Always Love You, and she owns the master to that. She's made a fortune. Whitney Houston remade Will Always Love You. She got a license to do it, and the way she blew it, they let her do it and generated another fortune on it because you own the original exclusive copyright, right? So none of this was done, and they put it out. Seeking fame, everybody wants the clout, everybody wants the notoriety, want to be recognized for whatever they doing in that validation. Me, I want the bag. So that's another one, right? So let me go back over here to StreamYard and show y'all some more stuff. Because this how big this record was.
Y'all just coming
right?
in, hit that
Instagram. Hold on. Instagram. West Poppin' Blog. Shout out West Poppin' for the love. Put it back up now that the lawsuit's over. So Hit Your Brimman. They got the video. They're promoting it on all of the sites. You got to understand how big the gang subculture is nationally and internationally, right? When I say internationally, let me show you this real quick. It shouldn't take that long. So then you get it. $9,124,799 times, and they were selling this 4,785,000 and 17 likes. This is how big this record ended up being. Huge. They're getting paid. All of these people who aren't authorized by me are getting paid, and I'm not. I'm sitting in prison. By now, I left the county jail and went to North Kern prison and realized he didn't do nothing he was supposed to do. And that's devaluing the monetization process of my film. But hold on. It wasn't just YouTube not giving me my check. Here we go. It was a documentary put out called Gang Activists. I screen recorded this.
I said, no, I'm not going to do that.
The documentary.
Say they love you. Be with that dude that killed you. If they can make a profit off of it, they'll be with you. And that's the saddest thing about it, man. But that's life. I told a guy that once in the county jail. And so they all went to shower with their blue rags on. So an old guy named Doc Holliday.
When they showed the CMI about the artist of my video, the intellectual property I own, they put Brim Gang artists. They didn't say Duse Sims and give me credit as the copyright holder, as the artist, in none of the factions. So there was no way I would get paid for my works. And these people never got a license from me to utilize this. They just pirated my music and forged a release with some name or some people and address we don't know.
Gave me a red rag. So next shower,
I'll show y'all that.
Red rag on my head and went to shower. And the dude told me, man.
Hold on, let me show y'all that because y'all definitely need to see that, right? So, is this the one? Yeah. So the people who made this film forged a license Hard in the Yard Entertainment. They did this film. It's on Tubi and Amazon Prime. I made them take it down and take my video out of there. And then my dumbass, dumb truck, old attorney let the time, expire, so I didn't even get my money up out the nigga, right? But anyway, this is it. Documentary, this is evidence, right? Photo and video release form. I hereby grant permission to the rights of my image, likeness, and sound of my voice as I recorded on audio or videotape without payment or any other consideration. I understand that my image may be edited, copied, exhibited, published, or distributed, and waive the right to inspect or approve my documentary titled Gang Activist, right? By signing this, I'm giving them all of my rights. Full name, Hit Your Brimman. Address, 3901 Vermont Avenue. City of Los Angeles, postal code 90037. And then there's a signature, something that looked like Johnson. We don't know this person. This was in 2013. Months after I released it, this dude is lying, saying that somebody signed this. He forged this document and utilized my intellectual property in his film. A film, let me show y'all this real quick. This is why y'all need to take my course, or y'all gonna end up losing a lot of money. I lost probably $50,000 to $250,000 off of this, right? So this is the movie it was. Hosted by Ice-T, right? You can watch it on Prime. You can watch it on Tubi. Jim Brown, Ice-T, Akil Sherrills. So this is what they did. They went and took my music and added it after forging as if I gave them a license to utilize my music without paying me, right? Paper look fake as hell. Yeah, bro. But in any event, this is what he sent to my lawyer, my old lawyer. I fired him after that because it's statutes of limitations to file a lawsuit. And he assured me that he was going to do it as he was the one dealing with this dude. The dude started calling my phone number, trying to get me not to sue him. And I'm like, man, fuck that. He said, I'll testify against indie films. They the ones they knew and all of this. They got the bag. I'm like, listen, bro, fuck all that. I want my bag. You know what I'm saying? And he owned the house. But yeah, the dude fucked that up. But this is what people will do to your intellectual property, make money off of your shit. You know what I'm saying? And not make sure you okay. And it hurts you twice as much because if, say, I got 50,000 from them using my shit, which is like the going rate, $25,000 to $50,000 to use a song in a film. It's like a set rate, right? That would mean that because I own the masters to it, I get a certified valuation on there, like the Beatles catalog, and I could utilize this to get loans for other business moves, right? So it hurts you not only the initial money that you generated, but on the value of the masters. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to this real quick.
I said, look, I wear what the fuck I want to wear. No, it ain't like that. Yeah, I'm blood. You know, like, so what? I'm like, come on, man, ain't no little punk gonna tell me nothing.
Bitch, hit your mouth, bitch, hit your Brimman. Kings and new Sims in the WorldStar FHN into the building. Back to the money after 10 years since. With the Mac, you won't back. Knapsacks get pushed back. You ain't heard the boots back. Ill flyers ever. Louis Gerald loafers. Grim with the red feather. One up, one down. 7 drive at a camp. Who told you it's 30? Beware these 30 rounds will make you dance like
hip hop and its association with West Coast gangs and the gangster lifestyle is part of how the West made its name. In 2004, USC hosted the Hip Hop Summit. The organizers went to invite the hip hop community to aid in their effort to stop the killing.
So then you got, that voice sounded real familiar, right? Well, let me show y'all who that voice is, man. Maybe y'all a little bit familiar with who brought this film out and who worked me. I didn't get $1 out of these people. Let's see. Boom, here it go. The gang activists, right? You look at the gang activists and you got Ice-T. Matter of fact, let's stop sharing that. Ice-T from Law and Order, SVU, right? Ice-T is actually the one narrating that whole video, that whole documentary, right? Big bags, right? But him and his team, whoever he dealt with, didn't even worry about it. But we send takedown notices to them. I had an old attorney that once I filed the copyrighted. Let me tell y'all right this. Let's back up just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a level 4 180 prison yard. I'm trying to have my family help me find an attorney on a contingency basis, as I realized G-Nut never registered with the Copyright Office. He never registered with my publishing company. He just released this video. So I copyrighted it. Once I copyrighted it, I filed the takedown notice on sending 3 links to YouTube. They took down 2 and left 1 up. That's how I was able to reach settlement with YouTube for an undisclosed anonymous amount, right? Just know it was more than I would have got if just for streams of a video with 2.2 million. But I had to learn how to file a motion to the courts, how to file a complaint for copyright infringement, direct copyright infringement. I included YouTube, I included Amazon, because that's who was distributing and Bang That Volume 3 for $9.98. And not just Amazon US, Amazon India, Amazon Mexico, Amazon UK, Amazon France. This record, let me get back to that real quick, man, because I don't think that y'all gonna fully understand it. Let's go to Bang That Volume 3, right? Because today, look how many people are still promoting that album. Steal your shit on the site, and I'm gonna get them to take it down, but I wanted to make sure I was able to do this first. So check this out, right? The Bang That Volume 3. With Nipsey Hussle and YG on the top, you have Whoopin', that's my young nigga, AOB Fingers, Young Nick. Young Nick is he's a YouTuber now. OMG RJ. This is out 2016. Young Nick Nina Boy Ride for Mine. Compton Rick Rock. Fuck Donald Trump by YG and Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. My Flag by The Game. And then you come down and you got Hit Your Brimman. What you and say? All these other artists. Spider Lope, Beautiful World, right? Shout out to Spider Lope. Feeling Myself, Joe Moses, White Dog. You know what I'm saying? This is still up today. I just went to the site just to show you guys. Y'all want to see if it's still up today? So $9.98, they selling it. All of these artists are at their peak. Joe Moses. I think I need to see and watch they had just released Paranoid, him and Ty Dolla $ign, Platinum Hit, Wavy, Gold Hit. You got RJ, you got Nipsey Hussle, Platinum Artist, Nipsey Hussle. You got YG, Platinum Artist. All of these big artists. And overseas, they're going to generate a lot of promotion and generate a lot of money, right? So under the WIPO, the Berne Convention and the WIPO Act of the Digital Millennial Copyright Act, I also served these people. I served over 50 3 digital service providers, and I'll show y'all the links in a minute. But let me show you guys this real quick. This is a penitentiary guy, a street guy, who was trying to change his life by doing something positive in the entertainment world, music and film, right? So, where's the gang activist, what you call it? Let me see. Amazon.com. So I filed a lawsuit, and this lawsuit is public record. Lamonte Sims and Duse Sims. Let's blow it up a little bit so that y'all can see. This is who y'all dealing with. And a creative who wasn't going to just allow people to run over him, make money off of him, and exploit his intellectual property without exercising his rights with a fight tooth and nail. And I studied that Digital Millennial Copyright Act. I'm talking about tooth and nail. I studied the requirements in filing a copyright, a direct copyright infringement complaint. I made sure I learned how the requirements of having to serve a summons to court on all of these defendants. And I also learned how to file a motion seeking preliminary injunctive relief. I filed it to the courts, paid the fee, and you got Lamonte Sims versus Amazon.com. Plaintiff Lamonte Sims and Duse Sims. Amazon Inc., SoundCloud Inc., Dose 1 through 50, inclusive, and YouTube LLC. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 50 other defendants. Sean Hines, salute. Do you know how exhausting that was? Do you know how determined I had to be? Do you know how much resilience I had to do to have to teach myself that? But I've been a fighter. I've been a warrior all my life. That's why I'm still here after growing up in South Central Los Angeles. Case number, U.S. District Court for the Central District of California. And the reason is copyright 17 U.S.C. 501. So you have that. I filed that. And I had to make sure I submitted let's put this on. Exhibits. What is crash out? As evidence. Crash right? Out. What is you talking about? Let's go like this. Share screen. We'll talk about it after this plays. And this is what it looked like. This is what it looked like. YouTube, SoundCloud. Those are the 3 links I sent to YouTube. They took one down and left the first one up after I identified myself as the actual copyright holder. There goes the information. This is the spreadsheet submitted, right? Video brand, those 3, SoundCloud, all of these links, right? Thousands and thousands and millions of views. Hope Share, dailymotion.com, Hipster, all of these platforms, right? Wikibit, right? The datpiff.com, all of these different platforms who infringe upon my copyright, because anytime somebody make money off of your intellectual property, you have a right, unless you signed off that right to others to generate currency and equity. It's that life. And, I'm teaching y'all some game profits. Y'all acting like y'all don't know under the Uniform Commercial Code. That's just the laws of business. People can't make money without your permission off of your likeness, display rights, and intellectual property or exclusive copyright and you not be compensated. Spotify got to compensate you. That's why they pay people for the views on their music. YouTube got to compensate you. Instagram has to compensate you. Right? But first, they got to get your permission. So I'm in jail with all of these people infringing upon my copyrights, and I filed copyright infringement in the Central District of California. And last October, I settled out. We reached a settlement agreement with Google, who owns YouTube. And here is the actual complaint. Let me show you guys that. When I got out, I had hired counsel because I had to work. I had to take care of myself. So I hired counsel to litigate. I wouldn't have the time working and all of that that I had while I was in prison, right? It just wouldn't work. Let me see where we at. Maybe it's this one. No, it's not that. No, that's not it. Let's see which one of these it is. Share screen. Bear with me. Let me turn the music back on, man, because I see y'all over there kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, this is really boring. No, it's really exciting because what I'm teaching you today, I'm making you a fisher of men. You ain't gonna never have to pay somebody else for this information. You're gonna know how to fish. You won't need somebody to feed you. You're gonna be able to feed yourself. So here goes the actual complaint. Shout out Law Group. When I got out, I hired him on a contingency basis. Obviously, they get about 30%. Hey, Crash Out, you think you telling me something? But they don't get paid until at the end of litigation. They're only going to take your case if you have a certificate of registration and prove that this is your stuff. And it take, all right, let's go. So, Lamonte Sims as an individual, Amazon, Inc., YouTube, SoundCloud, and John Doe's 1 through 50. Jurisdiction and venue, you got to put that, right? To prove what court has jurisdiction of this issue.
One.
You can see that.
Let me stop this real quick.
And I'll give you guys a copy of this.
Hey, Graphic One, real quick. Now that you got, you said a trademark. But anyway, what is the trademark of? Move. What is the trademark for? Because if you got a business plan and you received your serial number for your trademark, patent, or copyright, you could go to one of these IP banks, get a certified valuation, and they'll give you an advance. Utilize it, say it's worth, for easy math, $1 million, right? With the business plan or whatever. The valuation comes with $1 million. You can get up to 85% of that $1 million advanced to you using collateral as a loan, right? So you can get payroll, make sure you pay rent, and keep the lights on. You're starting out in the red, but that's how you're able to get advanced to it. Google, black tech company, intellectual property banks in Silicon Valley, but also in Silicon Beach. Silicon Valley's Northern Cali, Silicon Beach is LA. So do that, bro. If you got that, you got action. You got to have your business plan, everything estimated amount and all of that also. But yeah, man, this is what I do. I thought y'all didn't know. Wack really didn't know, or he would have never called me a rat. You know what I'm saying?
It's also the party. Plaintiff is Lamonte Sims. Defendants, Amazon, YouTube, SoundCloud, then others. Factual allegations. You describe what happened. That I'm the holder of the exclusive copyright, etc. Exhibit A. You put exhibits in there. You state the law which supports your thing. First cause of action, copyright. Second cause of action, removal and alteration of the CMI. This is specifically like when
they put Brim Gang artists instead of Duse Sims and AOB Fangus. That is called copyright management information. They altered that, which is a whole nother set of a whole nother bag, my Nas. You know what I'm saying? You already use it without permission, but when you do that, that element increases the negotiations and in the court under copyright infringement. Then you have the prayer for relief, and you pray what you relieve, what you asking for. Justin Lum, shout out Justin Lum Law Group, Pasadena, man. We got that bag. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So let's stop this now. That's direct copyright infringement.
G-Mac, what up,
Stop
homie?
screen
Miss
sharing.
Lisa, hey, beautiful
And just to
queen.
follow up, I want to make sure that I gave y'all the entire thing. I have to serve DMCA takedown notices to all 54 of those defendants, right? Indie distribution. Let me blow this up for y'all real quick. Indie distribution and Hard in the Paint. This was their takedown notice. Justin Lum had served the takedown notice, and then after we finished the YouTube settlement, he let the time expire without following and lost my bag. Make sure you got a lawyer that's gonna fight for you. Roy Colbert, that's who executive produced that. Indie Rights, that's the distributor of it, and this is one of the payments that they have received. One of the quarter payments that they have received from Amazon for that documentary. Let's go here. Can y'all see that?
You might want to
No,
go
y'all
back and
can't
watch
see
it from the beginning then, Miss
Let me
Lisa.
go up on here now. Facebook. Then you got Cygnus Yard Down Music, Fingers, Nino, along with ActiveChuckss CEO artist Duse Sims and Wrong Kind LA artist Tiny Rent. So you got all of that. Let me go back. This was in the UK. This is the Debunking Volume 3. That's the fourth quarter payment that they have received for that movie. And now I just want to take you guys. Let's close
hit that like
this,
button,
and then I want to share this with y'all
backup.
because this is the end of our segment. No, we're not doing that. But I want to show you guys this. This is the curriculum you just completed. Your payment, you will get a certificate for completion of this whole seminar and or curriculum, whichever term you want to use. Today, for that little bit of money, you're in a position as a creative to stand up for yourself, to understand and value the rights and your intellectual property, to understand that nobody can push you over no matter how much money they have. You learned the importance of registering your intellectual property, copyright.gov, mail-in forms, where you can do it online, or the mail-in forms, registration, reasonable attorney fees and statutory damages, and the certificate of registration, PowerPoint. Then we talked about black box monies. In December 19, 2023, MLC had 330,982,452 in royalties in its custody, including unmatched, unclaimed, and royalties on hold. When you fail to claim your right for royalties, this money goes into a black box, which is distributed among major and local after these unallocated royalties go unclaimed for a certain period of time. It used to be, it's saying right now, the people trying to, you get a hit record, just, you got the talent, but you don't got the money to promote it, but you drop this song and it just organically does millions of views. It's viral on TikTok, YouTube, and all of that. You don't properly register to collect your royalties with everything that my curriculum teaches you to do, right? Your money will go to what's called a black box monies. That money used to be there for 5 years. And then after 5 years, if it goes unclaimed, the major record labels and ASCAP BMI would distribute all of that money to the big artists, bro. Taylor Swift, The Game, all of the people that sell major records would be getting money from all of these people who don't know how to properly register their intellectual property. So they're going to give it to your money, hard-earned money, but it's because you don't know how to register your shit. You got to register your car. That's property, right? It has equitable value, blue book value, right? You got to register your home, right? And your property on anything you do. So what would be the difference if this is a business move in mandating that you got to register it? Even more so. So
ain't no
now
local.
It's 1 year or 2 years that your shit stay in black box. You got to get your shit now in shorter time and properly register it. In so many right now, Blueface got unregistered shit in a bag waiting. Hey, Blueface, you finna get out and fuck with that fuck nigga? Or you want to come over here where niggas really know how to make sure you get your bag? But yeah, Blueface got unclaimed royalties right now because the songs weren't properly registered. They were half registered. So it's hard to match up with what account the money's supposed to, what publishing company and songwriting company, PRO, the money's supposed to go to, so they hold it. Let's go. They're going to give that to the big artists, the Taylor Swifts, the Justin Biebers, Drakes. They're going to get your money. So you need to make sure you do this. PRO registration, I taught you the difference between performance and mechanical royalties. I taught you the registration of music catalog on ASCAP, BMI. Lou, that's what I'm telling you. When you register your song or your movie or your video with the copyright office, that's one of the benefits you can get. If anybody steals your music after you've done that or your movie, you qualify for statutory damages and reasonable attorney fees. Lawyers know that. So when you got the certificate of registration, let me show y'all how that look, right? Oh, I got multiple. You know what I'm saying? That's the masters. That's the deed to the house. You know what I'm saying? That's the peak slip to the car. You know what I'm saying? And it comes from the Federal Reserve. If you look at it, it looked like and it has equitable value, just like a dollar would, right? Which one is this? This is the Hit Your Brimman, right? You get the number, but this is called the certificate of registration. Once you properly registered it, they send you this, and now you in control of it. If you got this, an attorney, somebody steal your shit, you got proof that you did it. You registered within 90 days. An attorney will say, well, we know we're going to get attorney fees, and they going to cook the books on the attorney fees. You know they finna charge as much as possible from the defendants so that they ate for all the work they had to do for you. So you won't even have to come out your pocket initially for an attorney. You just got to find one that'll take it on a contingency basis. Let's get back to it, though. But this is all of the stuff that I teach in my curriculum on the ActiveChuck page. SAC artists and publishing websites. I showed you registration of every public performance on the ASCAP.com site. I taught you guys the importance of collecting mechanical royalties, the MLC, the Sound Exchange, Song Trust, or Harry Fox registration. unless you got an admin deal with a major label to collect your mechanical royalties, which you don't even really need now. They're all going to collect about the same. Finally, we go to digital embedding of your intellectual property. I taught you how to get your ISRC code. I taught you how to get your UPC code. I taught you how to get the digital embedding of your company name and the name of your work within the actual work. And the registration with broadcast data system, that was with, is no longer broadcast data system, it's Illuminate. BDS ceased to exist in I think 22. Don't quote me on the year, but around that time, 2022, you got to go through Illuminate. But Sound Exchange was sufficient, and that's where we registered it on Sound Exchange. I taught you guys the DMCA takedown notices, prerequisites for acceptable DMCA takedown notices. Find the DMCA agent's information in the online DMCA designated agent directory. Provide written notice. Send the notice to DSP's designated agent in writing. Include the following information. Introduce yourself as exclusive copyright owner, your signature, the copyrighted work, the infringing activities URL, your email address, your mailing address, phone number, and statement that you have a good faith belief that activity is unauthorized. Then you must declare under penalty of perjury that the information contained is both true and accurate, right? My phone been blowing up. They got away, man. We trying to get to the bag, and I'm teaching them how to secure their bag. We went into and taught you guys how to a standard demand for payment letter, how to do that with mine to WorldStarHipHop and Cash Jones, the prerequisites for a proper demand letter, timeline before submitting a civil suit. Keep that in mind. Just like I lost, that's why I had to tell y'all that story, how my lawyer from the YouTube big Amazon big copyright infringement case filed the DMCA takedown notice on my behalf to Amazon Prime and Tubi, where the gang activist documentary was being filmed, and he allowed the time limits and statute of limitations expire. By the time I found the new attorney, that was about 2 months ago. I was 3 months late. He took the case, and then we find out he let the time expire. Make sure you keep that timeline in your mind. The importance of securing legal counsel to advocate your rights. That's what I was just telling you. The familiarity, someone who already know about your works and know that you understand the business of being a creative. For licensing, the right counsel can license your music and get you placements and sync license, right? Or somebody who might want the license as an investment or partial license. Litigation, in case somebody tries to jerk you over and impede upon your exclusive copyright, and deal negotiations with record labels. The final thing was copyright infringement. Taught you how to serve notice, that you must serve notice. You must serve a summons. You have the right to seek preliminary injunctive relief if somebody has infringed your copyright, and that because you registered with the Copyright Office, you are qualified for actual damages, statutory damages, and statutory is spelled wrong, my bad, and maybe even punitive damages, which a lot of times statutory damages is more, and then you also have reasonable attorney fees. So this game that I taught you was a college course. You got this for a very low price. And I just want to thank you first and foremost for supporting me, but I want to thank you for supporting yourself. As a creative, in this internet generation, the generation of information, nobody's going to be able to ever take advantage of you again because you know your business. Take care of your business. Tap in. ActiveChuckss Entertainment. It's Duse Sims the Don. And we're going to go out with this song real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Official Sleeves TV in the building.
Just to get y'all, just so that y'all can stay.
I see you on Twitch. Salute. All right, so that's good enough for that. We're going to get up off of that. So, I say all of that to say this. Now we finna flame CS2 back. How dare this dodo, this bozo, try to box me in like I was just an average felon or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just a nobody. Like I really don't just do this, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I got this big ass head for a reason. The Lord bless me with this big ass head for a reason. Cheap followers stream, Sturbone SI, salute, man. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitch, Instagram, ActiveChuckss. So we're going to get into this one more time. So now that y'all understand that, y'all understand that what Wack100 was popping in under oath, right? His declaration of statement is under penalty of perjury, right? And he's saying that specifically this is what Wack100 is saying. Specifically, the author of the video is Lamonte Sims. Look, don't believe me. Declaration of Cash Jones. You ain't got to believe me. Look. Cash Jones, and it starts there. I, Cash M. Jones, declare as follows. I am the plaintiff in this action. Unless otherwise noted, I have personal knowledge of the following facts, and if called and sworn as a witness, I could and would competently testify thereto under oath. So he telling us he gonna testify to all of this. And it starts with him talking about Lamonte Sims is the author of the video, and he's a convicted felon. What does me being a convicted felon have to do with me being a content creator? It sounds like he's trying to put hey, a massa, them niggas was starting the uprisings in the fields, boss. See, you's a good massa. These niggas is starting the uprising in the field, boss. Take care of your business, and your business will take care of you. That's a fact. They don't call them whack anymore. They call them CS2 time. Right. Cash Jones said, him and Reggie Jr. said they one and the same. What that tell us? Oh, yeah, they definitely one and the same. I'm about to get on the plane. Hope I don't lose service. Hey, Lou, safe flight to you, brother. We finna flame up CS2 back. So let me read some more of this stuff, right? So specifically, Lamonte Sims, a convicted felon who serves as the self-proclaimed CEO of ActiveChuckss Entertainment. Self-proclaimed? Nigga, did y'all not see? Let me see if I got some paper. Maybe I could upload this paper real quick. Nigga, unlike 100 ENT, which he ain't kept the paperwork right, they expired. They not even an official business right now because he ain't even re-registered the shit and he ain't got his paperwork right. How he gonna manage somebody else's business when his business ain't even right, bro? Right now, nigga, 100 ENT, Fifth Amendment, none of his companies, they've all expired registration in the state of California. How are you doing business under these names
and they are no longer even official. You gotta go pay that fine. That's when you know a nigga doing bad and the nigga ain't on his business, right? So, here it go right here. ActiveChuckss Ent, county recorder, fictitious business. Now hold on. Y'all don't see this? The stamp, all of this. Now we gonna take a picture of this page with my phone, and we gonna upload it and put this up on the thing, right? So this is what is crazy as hell is that this nigga is talking about somebody's business. I just take a quick picture, upload that, and now I'm gonna show y'all that, and then we'll get back to this paperwork. So it's a lot, but he talking about I'm self-proclaimed CEO of ActiveChuckss Entertainment. Eugene, my wife and kids in the car. Yeah, it's nasty work. Hold on, let's start this. Be rude. That's what it sounds like, dudes. Yeah, this nigga talking about self-proclaimed like we ain't official, like a gangbanger with a pistol. Nigga, what? Like, I don't do this. This is what he's trying to portray to the public when he shouldn't even been mentioning my name. I'm not on this lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? It's my work, but you ain't got to be, he's a felon and all that weird-ass snitching shit. This nigga just don't know how to snitch. So,
ratting in his nature, man. Ratting in his nature.
Yeah, ActiveChuckss Entertainment, fictitious business, right? Lamonte Sims. I'm saying, how is this man gonna say self-proclaimed when my shit is corped up, nigga? I'm corped up, nigga. The fuck is this nigga talking about? He's so used to dealing with dumbass niggas that think he know that he don't know none of the shit I talked about today. He don't know none of that. He was blessed to be able to deal with majors like E1 and Cash Money who already had people for those departments. So he tell them and then they'll do everything. He never had to do step by step like me on the independent game. So I got practical application of sweeping the floors at McDonald's, working the fries at McDonald's, right? All the way up to manager and then owner. So I understand the requirements of each level of this job, of this business. You know what I'm saying? By default. So now back to his rat ass. You know what I'm saying? So he goes further to state Sims has a well-documented pattern of engaging in vexatious litigation and long ago initiate. So I do it, vexatious litigation. Let me start ask y'all in a question in the chat. After learning what I taught y'all today about litigation and finding out I only filed 2 lawsuits in my life, one for workers' comp, and I settled out with that, and then another one for the copyright infringement, and I won and settled out that. Vexatious is a lie because I won every litigation file. Vexatious means that you have unfounded claims and you just filing it to waste time, intimidate people. That right there under penalty of perjury is a bold-faced lie, nigga. And we gonna make sure that WorldStarHipHop, or should I say Media Labs attorneys, understand that fact. So, on or around June 6th, Sims released an entire podcast episode focused solely on me, one of several such episodes, explicitly stating that the purpose of the podcast was to antagonize Wack100. Okay, so where's the podcast at? That's what my podcast is for. No, we expose the exposers. You're an exposer, so you fall into that range. But we expose other people also. Then On or around May 25th, 2023, Sims escalated his public antagonistic behavior towards me by participating in a multi-part series aired on the YouTube channel Street TV, during which he publicly discussed his personal animosity and alleged beef with me, further perpetrating false and defamatory narratives. Simply put, Sims' long-standing disdain for me and his repeated efforts to defame me have been well documented and widely known for years before the release of the video, and they persist to this day. Even a cursory Google search reveals his public beef with me. This nigga declaring under penalty of perjury to the court that you could Google or Google it. We beefing. Blood called me out for a fade. Then he went on Street TV, further antagonizing me. He's a bozo. Lamonte. So hold on. Let me see what they talking about, man. We all know he a popo. He the only dude who throw up paperwork instead of gangs. I told y'all his ex-wife Kimmy was the brain to the whole. She was the brain, bro. I got a clip where he admitted that. This was when he was still with her. I just found it last week. I just popped back in. I thought bro was J Diggs. Oh, they thought you was J Diggs. J-Boy Wack don't want it with Diggs. Diggs been wanting that fade for you. Hey, listen. Respect to J Diggs. I need that fade before J Diggs. J Diggs' beef started after me and Wack. Wack been ducking this fade way longer. Y'all niggas be sizing niggas up like I ain't a knockout artist. Like niggas everywhere ain't told y'all I'm 1,000-0 from the shoulders, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say, nigga, in the streets, in my hood, nigga, in prison. You know what I'm saying? Respect to J Diggs, but he got to get in line, nigga. That's Northern California. This nigga is from Southern California, claiming to be in Damu, so it's Damu business, and blood get knocked out by the homies. So look, it has come to the attention of Mr. Sims. Oh, so then he said, notably since the initiation of this lawsuit, on or around September 3rd, Sims sent a legal demand letter to both me and the defendant. In the letter, Sims alleges that defendant Media Lab never had authorization to publicly disseminate the video in the first place and accuses Media Lab of copyright infringement, stating in part as follows. It has come to the attention of Mr. Sims that your company has created, distributed, rented, sold, and or displayed the documentary, which contains an excerpt of the works. Claiming ownership of the documentary was not authorized by Mr. Sims or anyone associated with Mr. Sims. So, right there, it's a catch-all phrase when you talk about copyrights. It's legal jargon, right? Because these are the rights that exclusive copyright holder has. No one else can create, recreate, or create derivatives of your work without a license. No one can distribute your works without a license. They can't rent or sell it without a license. They can't display it, like promote it, without a license, right? Because the works belong to you. You tell them what you're going to charge or give them permission to utilize and have a license for. Claiming ownership of the documentary was not authorized by Mr. Sims or anyone associated with Mr. Sims. That's a fact. And that's what I told Media Labs yesterday, their lawyers. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, that I never authorized them to collect money on my behalf of my works. My agreement was they would promote it in a premium position on their page, And in return, I will register and get all the money. I always want my money, nigga. I had to pay Imam Channel BLK his dick sucking ass. He over there working for Cheeseburger Chuck for free on the 100 EBT side. Nigga, they not even they wasn't even monetized at the time. How you got 100,000 subscribers and you ain't even monetized? Nigga, that nigga buying views. But look, subscribers and shit. Paid him $400 to make the video. What y'all think I had to do to get Money Mark Stevens to get the interview? I had to use my resources, the resources to get Stutterbox to interview, the paperwork, the time put in. I've invested time. Time is money. Nigga, I'm just going to let you put it up there and take all my money? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. That sounds like slavery to me, my nigga. These motherfuckers will treat you like a slave with property that you own if you don't know your rights. That's why I got the Student for Life exclusive curriculum on ActiveChuckss page. Subscribe as an exclusive membership to the Student of Life. I think it's like $307 for the whole course, step by step, how to properly register your intellectual property. So let's get back to this. So this is Wack still talking. Cite my thing. A truant copy of Sims' September 3rd letter. So they put Exhibit A in Wack's declaration was my demand for payment from WorldStar, who say they're going to give me my money. Yesterday they told me, assured me they're going to give me my money. So now it's about getting an attorney to just represent me, to negotiate with them and make sure that they giving me my money on a timeline that I'm cool with and how much money, right? So that's what where I'm at right now. Reputational harm and damage. As a result of defendant's publication and dissemination of the video and the defamatory statements, I have suffered significant harm to my property. What property was harmed? CS2 back? Business. He got harm to his business. Trade and profession. 23. The false and defamatory statements have caused me severe emotional. Oh, he's stressed out, man.
Gave that little midget a headache, I see.
He's so, and your thing breaking up. The audio is like popping. Like it's underwater. Statements have caused me severe emotional, reputational, and financial harm, and have even jeopardized my personal safety by placing my life in danger. So he's stressed out. Nigga, he got financial harm. He losing money. He's stressed out, and his personal safety is jeopardized, and his life is in danger. I don't know about y'all, but that sounds like blood trying to roll it up off the yard, my nigga. Hey, listen. Blood said that Duse Sims put his safety in jeopardy and his life is in danger, bro. Deuce, you know Wack don't want it with you, though. He been, oh, my bad. I didn't even see Stand on It Media. How long you been here, bro? Please don't tell me it's been a long time.
Can you hear me, Deuce?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's still messed up.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Hey, Stand on It Media, how you doing, brother? Salute to you. You gotta come off the mic, King.
Yeah, y'all can hear me now.
Oh yeah, that shit fucked up too.
Mine?
Why both of y'all shit fucked up? Is my shit sounding like that?
No, yours perfect.
All right, both of y'all go out and come back, and let's see if it worked.
Okay.
Micah Parson was great yesterday. Duse, okay, yeah, there it goes. Duse Sims, the done. Hopefully, when them brothers come back, it'll be they might owe you a refund, especially if it's not their original content, almost plagiarism. No, and that's what we was gonna do. But listen, man, it behooves. I thought about it. It behooves both me and Worldstar to make sure that the truth prevails, right?
Sound better?
Yeah, your shit fucked up, bro.
Fuck.
Let me mute. Say something.
How about now?
Yeah, it's still messed up. I don't know what's going on. But look, so let me get back to this. Just mute up because that shit is terrible. Please. I have lost numerous potential business opportunities. Oh, wait. First, he say these defamatory statements have directly impacted my livelihood as the owner of multiple urban entertainment businesses, tarnishing my professional reputation within the industry. I would love to bring witnesses to court for WorldStarHipHop to tell us about his professional business reputation. We got him with the fraud paperwork at the Kiwe D bail hearing. We got him in Chicago on the stand talking about he loved his artists to be in troubles because then he could get their services for pennies on the dollar. I have lost numerous potential business opportunities and relationships due to the accusations made in the video. Members of the hip-hop community are unwilling to associate with someone falsely labeled as a federal informant or a snitch, a stigma that is particularly damaging in its cultural and professional context. Specifically, the defamatory statements explicitly and implicitly suggest that I am duplicitous and untrustworthy with confidential information. These statements damage my reputation among both current and potential clients who are unlikely to seek professional management services from someone portrayed as indebted to law enforcement for being caught conspiring to a crime, particularly a crime as serious as murder. So this is what he said. He comes with Exhibit B. He tried to defend why he said he was a public figure on No Jumper. He says and admits that Wack100 is not trademarked with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, which we already knew. And that's pretty much what he said on this paperwork. And then there goes his signature. Let's blow that up big. He's signing paperwork on that he will promising to testify if need be that Duse Sims is a convict, a convicted felon, and that he fears for his life because of the video I put out. Somebody grab the link and drop it again. I got you, King. Please work for this. Stand on the media. You know I would love to have you up here with me and Brother Southern Force, and that this what you call it will work. So let's get back to it. So there he signs that, and now we go to Exhibit A. This is what Duse Sims filed. This is Duse Sims, the nigga he say got a third grade, got the intelligence of a third grader, right? Stand on the media. How you sounding, brother?
Hey, let's see. Oh shit! Hold on, Deuce. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, it's still breaking up.
I think that's on your end because I can hear Southern Force just fine on my other phone.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think that's on you, Duse.
But I'm coming out clear, so I'm thinking what it is. It's the it might be the Instagram speaker, because I'm on so many different platforms that is giving back feedback. Yeah, that's on your end, Deuce. Damn, man. I'm gonna have to get a new computer. Any donation, cash app, we gotta get a new computer. The MacBook gone, now the HP gone. I gotta get a new computer. But let me finish this. So this was for Cash Jones' attorney. If you pay attention, that's for YouTube's attorney, and that's for Media Lab. And I served them all. I served them all this demand for payment. And if you pay attention on this demand for payment, let me read that for y'all. So maybe y'all better understand my position, right? Well, y'all don't need to, because my position might be changing as long as WorldStar give me my thing. Make a payment to Mr. Sims in the amount of $5 million, right? $5 million. Wack said he was suing for $5 million. There goes the certificate of registration. That's the number. That's the date that I did it. 1/27/2024. That's the same day Worldstar released it, right? Lamonte Sims, Duse Sims. And then you got this right here, where you got Label Engine is claiming to YouTube. This is a notice from YouTube for ActiveChuckss. Copyright claim, your dispute has been submitted. The following claim, unveiling the controversy, Wack100 and the snitch allegations with Duse Sims and Yael has been disputed. Claimed by Label Engine. Label Engine claimed that on behalf of WorldStarHipHop, they were taking my money and I own that work. So that was my issue with WorldStarHipHop. They never had permission to claim they own my work and to collect my money, right? Your dispute has been reviewed. Wack100 exposed for being alleged federal informant. After reviewing your dispute, Label Engine has decided that their copyright claim is still valid. So I can't get paid for my own video. You know what I'm saying? Then that's me hollering at WorldStarHipHop, asking them why did they take down my video, letting them know I was the copyright holder, right? All of this evidence, right? And then this is while I was suing Wack100 for copyright infringement. Hi, ActiveChuckss. We received a copyright removal request for your video. Based on applicable copyright law, we removed your video from YouTube. So they removed my video. You want to know what videos? Damu and Kiwe conversations, viral WorldStarHipHop video re-release. They content used, Wack100, CS2, Hip Hop Police. Content found in the entire video. Removal request issued by Cash Jones. Wack100 removed my documentary from my YouTube, claiming copyright and that he owns the entire video. But that's not the only one. Wack100 heated. Wack100 watched his brother Zach get executed and got no retaliation. Content used, Clubhouse with Wack100. Content found 01 through 1430. Removal request issued by Cash Jones. This means that your video can no longer be viewed on YouTube. You received a copyright strike. Copyright strike for videos that I own. That's crazy. Then this is me contacted WorldStarHipHop, allowing them to know what was going on, And then Exhibit B, this is Worldstar Hip-Hop serving, Wax lawyers serving Worldstar Hip-Hop. Those is his attorneys, their law office, and that's that. So that's one. Now, I got to give me some water, and we're going to get into some more. We got to work. We got to work. Hit the like button. He ain't a bloodhound for the feds. Right. What's up? Stand on it media. Scott, salute, man. So we going to get to this one. Let me close that other one out. And then we bring this up. We got the paperwork. Memorandum of points and authorities. And then you got this one. Let's go to this one first. Right? So this is the declaration of Andrew Wagner Trugman. Oh, y'all can't see it. Let me pull it up for y'all. My bad. Let's hit that like button, man. We cooking. I'm over here reading. The least y'all can do is get on this. So Andrew Wagner Trugman said a declaration. This is the attorney, one of the attorneys for Media Lab AI, which is and it is in a support of special motion to strike plaintiff's complaint. They want to dismiss Wack100's case entirely. He declared under penalty of perjury that from October 2016 through March 2024, he was employed as a product lead by Media Lab at AI Inc. Oh, so he was the product lead, which is a party to this action. I have personal knowledge of each matter stated herein, and is sworn I could and would testify competently thereto. Media Lab is a vertically integrated content aggregator enterprise which owns Worldstar LLC, through which it operates WorldStarHipHop, described further below. From April of 2024 through the present, I have held the position of Director of Corporate Development for WorldStarHipHop. As a product lead at Media Lab, I was responsible for the financial components of the Media Lab business unit. And I managed the product and engineering team, the social team, and the editorial team. Based upon my work experience with WorldStarHipHop and its YouTube channel, the WorldStarHipHop YouTube, I have an understanding of WorldStar's operations, various company metrics, and related matters. So this man knows and runs so many departments in WorldStarHipHop. WorldStarHipHop has for many years held a significant role in the public's discovery of urban music and the breaking of the latest urban news. Worldstar operates an online platform, the website, that acts as a content aggregator and public forum for hip-hop culture news, music videos, user footage, breaking news, comedy, sports highlights, movie trailers, interviews, viral clips, mixtape releases, and more. The website has become one of the most visited and influential websites in hip-hop culture, with over 500 million monthly viewers. Do y'all know how much money that is? 500 million monthly viewers. They are doing 6 billion views a year average. This is how big Worldstar hip-hop is in this culture. And this nigga CS2 back thought that his lie that he wasn't CS2 back would just get swept up under the rug and they'll pay his retarded, narcissistic ass a bag. Nigga, is you crazy, nigga? Oh, he down bad for this one. You know what I'm saying? So, now, Third-party website users have the ability to submit content to the website, generally through WorldStar's website submission portal for upload to the website or to certain WorldStar employees. So, most people would submit through the submission portal and upload it to the website or to certain WorldStar employees. Well, I gave them the evidence that my documentary was submitted directly to the WorldStar employees. See, my release was a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? My connections and plugs had plugs. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big U. Shout out to my bro Doe, man. You know what I'm saying? So now, WorldStarHipHop posts third-party submitted content to its official YouTube channel, and such posts are then embedded on the WorldStarHipHop website. Approximately 50% of WorldStar uploads are music videos, making WorldStar a vital platform for artist promotion and distribution. Artists like Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and Drake frequently have their music videos uploaded to WorldStar. 6. WorldStar also operates the WorldStarHipHop YouTube channel, the WSHH YouTube URL. The WorldStarHipHop YouTube is the official WorldStar YouTube channel featuring exclusive music video premieres, comedy, behind-the-scenes footage, original series, and more. Since its inception, WorldStar has worked and continues to work with some of this generation's most groundbreaking artists, athletes, musicians to provide breaking news and updates to the urban and hip-hop community. As of September 6, 2024, the WorldStarHipHop YouTube has garnered more than 27 million subscribers, approximately 2 million daily video views. Every day, they doing 2 million views. On or about January 2024, WorldStar received a video submission entitled Wack100 Exposed for Being an Alleged Federal Informant documentary, known for this suit as The Documentary. I understand that a true and correct copy of the documentary, as it was provided to WorldStar, has been lodged with the court. So they got my documentary in the court in this case as evidence. So, third-party created video content is reviewed by a group of editors upon submission to WorldStar and before upload to the WorldStar YouTube. If the submitted content is deemed editorially satisfactory, the video may then be uploaded to the WorldStarHipHop YouTube. The WorldStar editors review third-party created video content for the following traits. So this is a process. They just not willy-nilly out here. This is what they do, right? You need to be paid for the work, surely, facts. This might sound ignorant, but he too internet and tech savvy for me, Wack100. Hey, if you intimidated by a nigga that's internet and tech savvy and you run into Wack100, then you doing bad, bro. Let's go. Internet. So look. So this is what they do, bro. There's a process of screening to eliminate and make sure that it's congruent with the guidelines, right? So, one, the first thing they check, whether it will be appealing to WorldStar's target audience. 2, whether it is unique content. 3, whether it has a good chance of going viral. 4, whether it pertains to WorldStar's editorial categories, such as the hip-hop community and entertainment. Generally, prior to uploading third-party created video content to WorldStarHipHop YouTube, WorldStar will review the video content to ensure that the submission contains no copyrighted material, nothing that would be in violation of statutory or federal law, and no explicit sexual content. WorldStar's editorial reviewers also make their best efforts to avoid the spread of misinformation, as such would undermine the credibility of WorldStarHipHop brand and go against the YouTube community guidelines that WorldStarHipHop follows, located at the URL. And there goes the URL link to the community guidelines that WorldStar and YouTube follows. A true and correct copy of the guidelines, which WorldStarHipHop editorial reviewers follow, is attached here too as Exhibit A. On or before January 27, 2024, the documentary was reviewed by WorldStar's editors and determined to be editorially satisfactory. Now, hit that motherfucking like button, because we finna flame this nigga up for this one, right? So, oh, my boy down there, huh? Panda Man, can you hear me?
I'm here, big homie.
Oh, yeah, my whole shit fucked up. Can't nobody talk today. My bad. I did y'all bad. We gonna figure it out. So, yeah, it's definitely come from my side. All y'all ain't wrong and I'm right. I'm wrong and y'all all right. But we got to work this out. Let me get them the content. We'll figure this out after. So, they saying that the editors went through, reviewed the documentary on before January 27th, and they determined it to be editorially satisfactory. It meets their standards. On January 27th, at 1:40 p.m. Pacific time, the documentary was uploaded to the WorldStarHipHop YouTube. I am not aware of any hostility or animus or malice towards plaintiff, Wack100, on the part of any individual involved in the receipt, review, and posting the documentary. We didn't know that you and Duse Sims didn't get along or none of that. We just go by the rules and it fit the rules. On January 31st, 2024, WorldStar received a letter from plaintiff's counsel, Thomas K. Richards of Sing and Troban, LLP, entitled Notice of Defamation and Demand, the 131-24 letter. A true and correct copy is attached here too as Exhibit B. I became aware of the letter on January 31st, 2024 in the course of my employment. The letter demanded that WorldStar publish an immediate correction of the alleged defamatory statements contained within the documentary to the WorldStarHipHop YouTube. 15. So Wack100 wants y'all to believe that WorldStar got on his knees and just trying to settle out and all of this shit. And he demanded that WorldStar public an immediate correction of the alleged defamatory statements. He wants them to say he's not CS2 back, right? So it is WorldStar practice to remove videos from WorldStarHipHop YouTube for which WorldStar has received any communication reflecting a demand for correction or a DMCA takedown request. So this is common practice to protect themselves from liability and to remain in the safe harbors of the Digital Millennial Copyright Act. If they get any notice or communication for a demand or correction, they'll take it down automatically and figure it out later. And then once they figure it out, they'll move forward accordingly. On February 1st, 2024, at 8:52 a.m. Pacific time. The documentary was removed from the WorldStarHipHop YouTube, and the documentary has not been viewable by the public on the WorldStar YouTube since its removal. I declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of California that the foregone is true and correct and is within my personal knowledge. Executed on his 9th day of September 2024 in Los Angeles, California, right? Exhibit A, there goes their community guidelines, right? Media Lab. Exhibit B, there goes Wack100's lawyers filing the takedown notice, cease and desist, and that's 2. So I read y'all 2 files, but because y'all hung out here this long, it went viral in short time. Didn't he have 4 million views in 4 days? Looks like Wack fell on his own sword and stuck him dead in the ass. Yeah, bro, that's a fact. Nah, they don't. Someone took one of my videos off my YouTube channel and submitted it to them, and they posted it. I asked them several times to remove it. But did you have the copyright? Who was that? Quads only. Do you have the certificate of registration? If you wasn't here before, I ran a thing. I teach how to properly register your intellectual property. If you don't have that certificate of registration, somebody can steal your car because it's not registered to you. And they can lie and say that the car is theirs, right? So if you don't have that, then there's going to be an issue. In Wack's case, he knew he couldn't claim to WorldStar without that, so his lawyers came and said defamation and knew that that would help them take it down, right? And it worked, at least for now. But we finna get into the memorandum of points and authorities by Media Lab IA, which is Worldstar Hip Hop parent company owners. So if you see this, it has all of the things that's cited in there. Let me make sure y'all can see that. Yeah, y'all can. So it has all of the stuff up in there, everything that's quoted, and we gonna start here, right? So plaintiff Cash, aka Wack100, is widely recognized hip-hop music artist manager who brings a single cause of action for defamation against Media Lab AI Inc., defendant or Media Lab, which through its subsidiary, Worldstar LLC, Worldstar, owns and operates a preeminent online news, culture, and music website commonly known as WorldStarHipHop. Defendant is an online content aggregator which provides an interactive computer service by and through its website and is protected from plaintiff's claims pursuant to Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act of 1996 and pursuant to its constitutional free speech rights, right? On January 27th, Worldstar posted a third-party video submission entitled Wack100 Exposed for Being an Alleged Federal Informant, the documentary, to the official Worldstar Hip-Hop channel on YouTube. Nearly 7 months later, on July 8, 2024, plaintiff filed this action for defamation based upon 6 statements contained in the documentary, which itself is primarily a compilation of interviews, documents, and other statements, including video excerpts of plaintiff's own public discussions of some of the very statements he now challenges. So they're saying he's challenging these right now, but we got audio where he's talking about these things. Some of the things used to hold him accountable came out his own mouth. Expose the exposer. Yeah, free Big U, man. He heavy on my mind right now. I ain't even gonna lie. Free Big U, man. You know what I'm saying? So it says the suit expert. All right. Importantly, despite plaintiff's allegations, the 6 statements at issue were contained in a nearly identical video posted by a completely unrelated YouTube channel on November 22nd, 2023. So he's arguing that this video and the statements in the video are defamatory to him, right? So now Worldstar is saying, wait, hold up. Some of these documents and statements is what you said. On top of that, if you mad at the statements, then why aren't you taking down the video that was released before this, which was the 3-part video? Well, let's get to that. Even if the November 22nd, 2023 publication is somehow ignored, plaintiff has another problem. He voluntarily appeared in online videos discussing the documentary and this lawsuit. Indeed, his own words suggest that his true goal was to gain media attention and perhaps a payday. Based on the documentary, he was glad to let circulate. Referring to the documentary, plaintiff explicitly stated in a published video, I could have got that shit snatched down on day one. No. Let's let people get it. Talk about it. Other blogs grab it, share it, because my team is tracking everywhere it goes. And then there's a declaration from Brooke Noel D. Royez, who is the attorney, who is declaring under penalty of perjury that this is what Wack100 was talking about on No Jumper. Worldstar, I said let it get to 1 million, because the more views it has, it means the more damage is done. Plaintiff's entire complaint is properly subject to this special motion to strike. Pursuant to CCP subsection 425.16, the anti-SLAPP statute, as a single cause of action, is entirely preempted by subsection 230 and attacks protected speech within the anti-SLAPP statute scope. Moreover, plaintiff cannot demonstrate a substantial probability that he will prevail on his claim of defamation as a requisite predicate under the anti-SLAPP statute. Relevant facts. Defendant Media Lab AI Inc. Media Lab is vertically integrated content aggregator enterprise, which owns Worldstar, through which it operates WorldStarHipHop. Founded in approximately 2005, WorldStarHipHop is the #1 urban outlet responsible for breaking the latest urban news. Worldstar operates an online platform, the website, URL worldstarhiphop.com, that provides hip-hop culture news, music videos, user footage, breaking news, comedy, sports highlights, movie trailers, interview, viral clips, and mixtape releases with over 500 million monthly views. Declaration of Andrew Wagner. Third-party users have the ability to submit content to the website, generally through WorldStar's submission portal located on the website. Plaintiff Cash Jones. Cash Jones. Let me take a break. I'm finna grab some water, and then we finna get into what they talking about with Cash Jones. In the meantime and in between time, we gonna play this song for y'all, man, about this piece of shit, CS2 back. Shout out to Dose of Reality TV. Shout out our artist, Callie, a Dose of Reality TV. And we gonna play this song, and then I'm just gonna grab some bottled water and some juice, and I'll be back down here. Damn, I don't see the song. Hold on. Oh, there we go. You all hoes for that. CS2 back. You a host for that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cali. Oh, shit. Damn, it sound messed up. Oh, here it go, the union in this motherfucker. Ooh. Ooh.
The fuck you think you playing with, little boy?
That's not gonna play it.
I talked to dogs. And I think, wait. And I think Mark tried to set the three-way up.
10-4 12.
Yeah. What's up, bro? We can't even play this. Let me stop this. We can't even play this, bro. That's crazy. I can't even play that. Damn. So we gonna just leave that up. Leave the brothers up here. Y'all gotta pardon me. I need some water. I'm dehydrated. This is a lot of reading I gotta do. Get your big ass up. Go.
Hey, salute to y'all, bro. Nice to meet y'all, man.
Salute, brother. Man, so what do y'all think about this so far?
Man, I don't like Wack, man. Wack bad. I don't know him, but we don't do our people like that, man.
That's a fact.
I think Duse breaking it down, and I pray that he get everything that's owed to him. And I think that the Bible say a wise man and his money shall soon depart. Wack was too wise for his own good, man. A wise man and his money shall soon depart, and that's what's gonna happen, man.
Who was that talking?
Me, this Pooh, man, this Panda, man, and I'm talking to the brother, man.
Don't even talk, Panda. That shit sounds fucked up. I'm talking about terrible. So we finna let me get back to this. I heard that shit all the way upstairs. I'm like, that shit gonna bust my speaker. Maybe that's what it is. The speaker or something. But we gonna fix it. Y'all just gotta let me get this content out. Alonzo Zoe Scott. So B, plaintiff Cash Jones, PKA Wack100. On information and belief, plaintiff is an entrepreneur, executive, and music artist manager in the entertainment industry. Plaintiff is undoubtedly a public figure, as demonstrated herein. In a video interview in which plaintiff reacted to the video documentary, plaintiff stated that he is a public figure in relation to the documentary. So what people don't realize, whether you like it or not, I'm a fucking public figure. Whether you want to agree with me or not, Wack100 is a trademark name and is a public figure by right of a podcast, by right of record label, by right of notable manager. I'm a public figure. So he went on No Jumper and shot himself in the foot, and the lawyers is getting right on it. The alleged defamatory statements. Plaintiff alleges the documentary contains the following defamatory 6 statements, which differ than as actually stated in the documentary. There were no arrests made other than Cash Jones. That's statement 1. That statement was made by Sheriff Detective Michael Coet, who was on the Joint Task Force, Biggie Task Force. Wack100 Jones was caught on wiretap with Deldall, conspiring to commit murder. This is why his house was raided and led him to working with the police. Statement 2. Wack Jones, also referred to as confidential source number 2, Jones, has been exposed as a confidential informant in paperwork recently released. Statement number 4, Wack Jones confirmed as confidential source. Statement 5, and why would the FBI be calling a big-time gangster like Wack100 Jones to make sure he's okay, unless there's a relationship between the two parties, which could have started when the felon was caught in Texas with firearms. Statement 6. Importantly, the alleged statements do not accurately reflect the content of the statements. So Wack100, even in his lawsuit, is what they're arguing. Even in his lawsuit, his lawyers are adding words or taking words out to make it in the context that they want to present the defamation. Posting of the documentary on the WorldStarHipHop channel. WorldStar received the documentary as a third-party video submission January 2024. Declaration of Daniel Cotton. Danny, that's the one that's the one we dealt with. Oh, Danny that made the motherfucking the plug that made the lawsuit. The documentary was reviewed by WorldStar's editorial team for compliance with its publication guidelines and was deemed to comply with the same. Wagner-Trugman Declaration. On January 27, 2024, the documentary was posted to the WorldStarHipHop channel on YouTube. Plaintiff, a public figure, encouraged dissemination of the statements. Plaintiff is an entrepreneur, executive, and manager in the entertainment industry. Complaint 11. He regularly appears in his own online content and participates in interviews and video production published on YouTube. For example, on February 5th, 2024, plaintiff voluntarily appeared in a talk show style video posted to the No Jumper Clips YouTube channel entitled Wack100 Responds to WorldStar video accusing him of snitching. The reaction video in which he extensively discussed the documentary. In the reaction video, plaintiff admitted his status as a public figure, including whether you like it or not, I'm a fucking public figure, and whether you want to agree with me or not, Wack100 is a trademark name and is a public figure, right? Plaintiff alleges that defendant was aware the alleged statements were about plaintiff and understood the alleged statements to mean that plaintiff has committed a crime. Plaintiff further alleges that defendant knew that the alleged statements were false. So he got to prove that WorldStar knew that the statements was fake. Well, WorldStar is saying that they were substantially true. So they couldn't have knew that they were fake because they weren't fake, nigga. But this is what Wack is alleging. Or has serious doubts about the truth of the statements or acted with reckless disregard as to the truth or falsity of the published statements. Plaintiff alleges that defendant acted with malice in publishing the alleged statements. Defendant harbors no hostility or animus towards plaintiff and did not act with malice, actual or otherwise, in publishing the documentary. So they got to prove that WorldStar published this film with malice and anger, right? And that's why they did this. This is what Wack is going to have to prove to win this lawsuit. Moreover, the documentary was reposted only after WorldStar's editorial review process determined it met publication guidelines. So it goes into the anti-slap. I don't really want to get into that. So, alleged statement. Anti-slap laws mean rich people that got resources that sue you just to make you spend up your money, wait a long time, and all of that type of shit. Kind of like what Donald Trump is known for doing, right? So the alleged statements were posted in a public forum. A public forum is traditionally defined as a place that is open to the public where information is freely exchanged. Websites accessible to the public are public forums for purposes of the anti-slap statute. The bar for anti-slap defendant to overcome is not a particularly demanding one. Here, plaintiff claims fall directly under CCP subsection 425.16, E3, because they concern alleged statements posted on a public forum and ubiquitous hip-hop news website with over 500 million monthly views about issues of interest to the target community, right? Then in here they talk about a lot of different legal cases in the footnotes, right? It is settled at websites, and they go into law about that, right? The last statements were about an issue of public interest. The public interest requirement, like all of subsection 425.16, is to be construed broadly. Likewise, California courts have defined public interest quite literally as any issue to which the public is interested. Topics of public interest, including the lives of the rich and famous and other public figures, have routinely qualified issues held to be protected by the anti-SLAPP statute. The virality of the documentary reaching nearly 150,000 views within 4 days as of January 31st, 2024, evidences the intense public interest in the content of the documentary. Moreover, plaintiff's own comments that he wanted to let people get the documentary, talk about it, other blogs grab it, share it, because my team is tracking everywhere it goes, and to let it reach 1 million views concedes the public's interest in the documentary. In Hong versus Tran, the plaintiff sued, and then they cite a case where it happened or whatever, right? About the anti-SLAPP laws for freedom of speech, right? Plaintiff admits that he's a public figure. We already read that, right? And Wack basically shoots himself in the foot again on no jumper and on academics. Plaintiff's entire suit is barred by CDA 230. So basically said he's a public speaker and a public figure. So they can do that, right? All right, bam. Plaintiff's defamation claim seeks to treat the defendant as a publisher of information provided by a third-party content provider. An information content provider is defined as any person or entity that is responsible in whole or in part for the creation or development of information provided through the internet or any other interactive computer service. Where the information at issue comes from another source, only the original publisher can be held liable for a defamation claim. Plaintiffs who contend they were defamed in an internet posting may only seek recovery from the original source of the statement. So they can only sue Duse Sims, is what Worldstar is telling Wack100. Here, while plaintiff alleges that defendant published false statements about plaintiff listed in his complaint at 19, his defamation claim in fact seeks to hold defendant liable for information originally disseminated by an information content provider unrelated to WorldStarHipHop. Declaration of Daniel Cotton. The documentary was made by a third party. It presents a narrated inquiry about plaintiff based upon a series of events, statements, and images of public police investigative documents and court documents. I thought he said Duse M make fake paperwork. I thought this nigga said Duse M make fake paperwork. Well, Worldstar is saying that these documents is from the investigation. The documents that I've released exposing Wack100 and CS2 back, right? So, because they can each be identified as information provided by another content provider republished by WorldStarHipHop. Additionally, plaintiff cannot seek recourse against WorldStarHipHop for merely republishing information already disseminated to the public by another, unrelated content provider. As such, republications are protected by subsection 230. As set forth in footnote 1, the alleged defamatory statements were already published approximately 2 months before Worldstar posted the documentary at issue. In the November 22nd, 2023 video, plaintiff can be seen publicly discussing the question of whether he might be a police informant. For this reason alone, plaintiff cannot demonstrate a probability of prevailing on her defamation claim against defendant. They called him her. Do they know Three Finger Back better than we know Three Finger Back? So, but based on he's in the video discussing the question of whether or not he might not be a police informant, you can't get mad at us for then discussing this same issue. And just because the evidence that we provide leads us to a different end, it's freedom of speech, right? So even assuming arguendo that plaintiff's complaint is not preempted by 230, subsection 230, as discussed below, plaintiff nonetheless cannot meet the elements to prove defamation. Specifically, a publication that is false. He got to prove that it was false, defamatory, unprivileged, and which has a natural tendency to injure or cause special damage, right? So that's what they saying he can't do. You can't prove that the publication is fake, nigga. We don't gotta prove that it's true, which we is still gonna do that. Nigga, you gotta prove that it's a lie. At some point, he should have went and sat down. Had to jump off, OG. Keep cooking though. All right, salute, Panda Man. So, plaintiff complains of statements he previously published as to statements 1 and 3. California law is well settled that a plaintiff who places himself in the spotlight on a topic of public interest puts as fair game their own words and acts and cannot later claim defamation where the same are republished, right? So, as is common with documentaries, this documentary contained excerpts from other media, including excerpts of Wack100's own public video appearances, wherein he discusses statements 1 and 3 and plays the original videos in which these statements were first made by third parties. In short, Wack100 published or consented to the publishing of statements 1 and 3 in a recorded interview in which he participated, the excerpts of which were later included in the documentary. As such, plaintiff Wack100 cannot assert he was defamed by defendant's republication of plaintiff's own prior discussion and publication of statements 1 and 3. So they're saying, and they cite this case where it says no defamation, where plaintiff took affirmative actions to thrust himself into public controversy. Oh shit, he in trouble, right? Plaintiff complains of statements which are not facially defamatory. So, statement 1, as it this a footnote, as it actually appears in the documentary at 13 seconds and at 4 minutes and 58 seconds is, well, first of all, there were no arrests made other than Cash Jones. The documentary transcript, statement 2, as it appears in the documentary at 3 minutes 35 seconds is, Stutterbox alleges that Wack100 was caught on a wiretap to commit murder. This is why his house was raided and led him to working with the police as back. So they're saying that Duse Sims ain't even saying that Wack100 was caught on wiretap to commit murder. That was something that Stutterbox alleged. This is a documentary. We report both sides, the victim, the target of the case, and this is common. But he wants to silence us. Courts, as a matter of law, have not found the word informer to be either defamatory or reasonably capable of defamatory meaning. This is a whole nother legal argument. So what they're saying is, under the law encourages people to work with law enforcement. The law encourages people to snitch. So if the law encourages people to snitch, then how could be a snitch be something looked at as negative by the law? Right? Common sense. If the laws want you to work with the laws and law enforcement, why would they then punish people for calling you an informant, or for, like, why would that be deemed as the court as something negative? Dodo, bozo, this nigga in a world of trouble, right? So, they said they can't see it. Zoom in. Let me zoom in for y'all so it can be a little bit bigger, right? So, they cite Clauston versus St. Louis, 2006 case, Agnew versus Shakur. So, libel suit against rapper Tupac Shakur, in which plaintiff was accused of being a police informant, dismissed because the accusation was not defamatory. Statements 1, 3, 4, and 5 are facially not defamatory, and plaintiff has no supporting evidence to establish that the statements to the contrary. As to statement 1, a statement that a person was arrested is not defamatory in and of itself, right? Statement that a person was arrested does not implicate defamation and is a matter of public interest. Statement 3 alleges only that a confidential source referred to as back was plaintiff, was Wack100, and that back was also the CS2 referred to in court records. And similarly, statements 4 and 5 substantially speculate only that plaintiff was a confidential informant or a confidential source for law enforcement. So, to constitute actionable defamation, these statements must tend directly to injure the person defamed in respect to his office, profession, trade, or business. Statements must paint the plaintiff in not only a negative light, but a light that is injurious. However, under no reasonable interpretation could statements speculating that plaintiff was a confidential source informant for law enforcement be understood to paint him in a defamatory light. C.E.G. Regalia, Supra. Statements that do not necessarily paint plaintiff adversely are not actionable, meaning he cannot sue because it doesn't paint him adversely. So far as I can tell, every other court to have considered the question, except this one, has held as a matter of law that such a statement cannot be defamatory. Calling somebody a snitch is not defamatory by the law. You have to be on something to keep putting yourself in legal bullshit. That's them brass knuckles, right? So, plaintiff cannot assert defamation for statements he encouraged as to statements 1 through 6. It is axiomatic that a party may not lay foundation for purported wrongful conduct in order to beget a cause of action or enhance a lawsuit. So they cite Royer versus Steinberg, a 1979 case, says that party being Wack100 cannot lay the foundation for defamation lawsuit for his own pecuniary gain. So plaintiff's comments contained in a reaction video after the documentary was published concede his desire to keep himself in the spotlight of controversy in order to profit therefrom. As plaintiff admitted, he could have got that documentary snatched down on day one, but instead preferred to let people get it, talk about it. Other blogs grab it, share it, because my team is tracking it everywhere it goes. Plaintiff publicly stated, when I see it go on Worldstar, I said, let it get to 1 million, because the more views it has, it means the more damage is done. Plaintiff cannot credibly claim defamation as to any of the challenge statements, an element of which is reputational injury, where he sought to broaden the documentary's reach and thus conceded to the same for his own gain. Royer Super. As such, the court should strike the complaint, affirming the lower court's grant of defendant's anti-slap motion, a probability of success on the merits not shown in a defamation case, right? Statements, right? Statements of opinion cannot constitute defamation as to statements 2 and 6. A defamation claim must be predicated on a purported statement of fact, with opinions falling outside the claim's actionable scope. They cite Smith versus Maldonado. A totality of the circumstances test is applied to determine whether a statement is fact or opinion, and whether a statement declares or implies a provably false factual assertion. That is, courts look to the words of the statement itself and the context in which the statement was made. Baker versus Los Angeles Herald Examiner. See, this is Herald Examiner is an old LA newspaper my grandfather used to read. Rest in peace to John Sr., right? And this goes to freedom of the press, the freedom of speech. Wack100 is trying to undermine our ability to have an opinion that's in contrast with what he wants, that's adverse and reflected adversely to him. Importantly, statement of speaker's subjective judgment fall into the realm of classic rhetorical hyperbole, which cannot reasonably be interpreted as stating actual facts. Broadcast in court, 2002. Likewise, where a party states his conclusions and states facts upon which the conclusion is based, such statements are protected opinion, as the listener is free to accept or reject the opinion based on his or her own independent evaluation. Statement 2 and 6 are unambiguously statements of opinion, as they constitute nothing more than conjecture, i.e., subjective judgment, that plaintiff worked with the police because he was caught on wiretap, statement 2, and speculation as to why the FBI would have called plaintiff to check on his well-being, statement 6. However, the viewer may disregard the conclusions based on their own independent evaluation of the information presented in the documentary. The hallmark of protected opinion, Franklin Super, nigga. This is the hallmark of protected opinion, and a nigga got a right in a freedom of speech. And this nigga's trying to undercut that because it exposes that he works, more than likely works with the feds, bro. Let's see what they talking about. They also goes to show CS2 back falls out of every single thing he touches. How did that idea work out for you, Wack? He literally was giving people consent to watch it. Bozo, he a whole loudmouth goofology. Hey, Wack, what you say about the truth? The truth can never be considered disrespect. They caught him sliding deposition. His gang sign. So look, moreover, the purported defamatory aspects of statements 2 and 6 is that each suggests plaintiff was working with the police and had a relationship with the FBI. Again, however, even statements of fact that plaintiff was working with the police or the FBI cannot be viewed as defamatory, as they do not impugn his reputation or objectively cast him into a negative light as a predicate to defamatory injury, regalia super. Rather, as noted above, an allegation that plaintiff sought to cooperate with law enforcement would seemingly cast plaintiff into a positive light and imply a commitment to justice and community safety. See, working with the police under the law is not a negative thing. So how could it be injurious? This whole lawsuit is a fucking oxymoron. Defendant also satisfies the alternate free speech requirement of the anti-SLAPP statute. So he goes into that. California has long recognized an absolute fair report privilege for reporting on judicial proceedings, including anything said in the course thereof, inclusive of police investigations. So, because it's a police investigation, we have a right in California by law under fair report to report on judicial proceedings, right? And that means also inclusive of police investigations. Put simply, a report on police investigatory proceedings, including information obtained during the same, is absolutely privileged, raw, super, right? They citing all the case law on what we have the right to talk about. That he cannot call defamatory. Privilege is absolute and requires only that the report contain the gist of the proceedings with literary license, as described below. Statements 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all derivative of court documents, including a transcript of a police wiretap introduced in judicial proceedings together with pleadings from a Texas firearms prosecution against the defendant. So you're saying that you didn't or couldn't have worked with the police when you got caught with these guns? We got the investigative report of the Texas case on the screen. Nigga, that's part of an investigative report from the police. So we're protected, and Worldstar is protected from being sued for talking about an investigative report. Statement 1 is uttered in a documentary at timestamp 0013. Plaintiff and an unidentified person are shown sitting beneath the video screen, reacting to the statement being presented on the screen. Statement 3. So, no. Okay. Plaintiff and an unidentified person are shown sitting beneath a video screen, reacting to the statement being presented on the screen. No, that's wrong. I'm going to call their lawyers. What page is this? Page 20. Let me put that to the lawyers. Nah, that's me and Yael. We do not look like pork, but page 20 is me and Yael sitting underneath the video screen reacting to the statement. Not CS2 back. So, statement 3 is uttered in the documentary at video step 548. Plaintiff and an unidentified person are seated beneath the video screen reacting to images of court documents on the screen, including a transcript of a police wiretap introduced in judicial proceedings together with pleadings from a Texas firearms prosecution against plaintiff. Statement 4 is uttered in the documentary at video timestamp 022. The documentary video images show court documents, including a transcript of a police wiretap introduced in judicial proceedings together with pleadings from a Texas firearms prosecution against plaintiffs. Statement 5 does not appear in the documentary. So Wack and his lawyers are trying to say statement 5 was made and it's not in the documentary. Statement 6 is uttered in the documentary at video timestamp 10 minutes, 18 seconds. The documentary goes on to show the reference court documents, including Jones's own motion to suppress the gun case at 10:25. As such, each such statement is absolutely privileged as a report on matters occurring in the course of judicial proceedings, including related law enforcement investigations. Plaintiff cannot show actual malice. As an admitted public figure, plaintiff must prove by clear and convincing evidence that defendant acted with actual malice in republishing the alleged statements, right? He got to prove that they had actual malice. Actual malice means that a false statement was made with knowledge that it was false or with reckless disregard of whether it was false or not. The reckless disregard standard requires a high degree of awareness of probable falsity. Gross or extreme negligence will not suffice to establish actual malice. The defendant must have made the statement with knowledge that the statement was false or with actual doubt concerning the truth of the publication. More importantly, the existence of actual malice turns on the defendant's subjective belief as to the truthfulness of the allegedly false statements. Plaintiff must meet his burden by clear and convincing evidence. Here, plaintiff has no evidence or indication of knowledge of the falsity of any statement, and there is no evidence that defendant harbors hostility or animus towards plaintiff. Wagner Trautman. Moreover, defendant conducted a reasonable review of the documentary before uploading it to WorldStarHipHop YouTube channel. Plaintiff can offer no evidence, much less clear and convincing evidence, establishing actual malice. Plaintiff is not entitled to leave to amend. When a trial court grants an anti-slap motion, a plaintiff is not permitted to simply amend the complaint to plead around the defects. Right? Conclusion, defendant respectfully requests this court grant a special motion to strike, dismiss all causes of action, and award attorney fees and costs incurred in bringing this motion. So they want to make Wack100 also pay for their attorney fees for even filing this lawsuit, and he think they gonna get him some kind of bag, a humongous bag, nigga. If niggas crazy. So I've been getting these videos. It's some kind of phone call. We finna pull this up. I don't know what it is. This is a live reaction. Hit that like button, right? This is a live reaction. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what this is about. Let's see what it's about.
What up, man?
Oh, yeah, I can't even play it. So, look, I'm finna end this live and figure out what's going on. I can't even play it. Salute to everybody. Enjoy y'all day. We out. Damu Kiwe. Conversation.